What's up, y'all? It's your boys Traders Project X. Welcome back to another video where faith meets action. Today, I want to talk about the story of Genesis where Jacob betrays his brother out of greed. He's taking his brother's blessing, he's taking his brother's birthright, just completely deceiving him. But I think it's kind of funny how it all turns back to him later on. And so this is going to be along the lines of deception, deceiving, and typically what looks good to you, what tastes good to you. You probably heard that when you're younger, typically isn't good for you. Now, what I mean by his deception is going to come back to him, him being deceived. Well, when he deceives his brother and, he takes his blessing as his father was dying, he has to leave. And so he comes across his family, which I believe is his mother's relatives, and he comes across Rachel. And he's like, oh man, this woman's beautiful. He's desiring her, right? And he goes to her father and is like, yo, your daughter is beautiful. Like, what can I do to get her? And he's like, why don't you go ahead and work for me for 7 years and you can get my daughter Rachel? And he's like, okay, bet. So he works for 7 years, grinding, sweating, blood, sweat, and tears. And his father's like, here's my daughter. And Jacob is like, wait, that's not Rachel. That's not who I worked for, who I requested. He was deceived. And, that's probably what he get. That's probably what he get. And so he's deceived. And so he's like, okay, what can I do to get Rachel? Like, Rachel is who I want. He's overworking himself, going the extra mile, whatever, just to get this woman that he so strongly desires. And his father's like, okay, bet. Her father is like, okay, work another 7 years and you can get my daughter Rachel. And Leah, which is the daughter that he originally got, is like, dang, why am I over here being neglected? Like, that's messed up. And so, she's crying out to the Lord, asking to conceive a baby and whatnot. And, the Lord sees her being neglected and blesses her womb. And as he finally gets to Rachel, after working another 7 years, total 14 years working for the woman that he now has, she can't conceive. She can't have a baby. Because the Lord saw that he was overworking himself, not taking advantage of his first blessing, which is what the Lord has given him, for a woman that can't even conceive. So typically, what looks good to us isn't good for us, and we shouldn't overlook the blessing that God has given us. Because now Rachel can't conceive, and Jacob doesn't even want Leah, which was his first wife, who can conceive, which is someone that's going to continue on his legacy. Crazy, isn't it? So after a while, obviously Rachel is able to conceive, but she still ends up dying. Of course, they're all going to die. We're all going to die. But she dies first. She's so beautiful. He's chasing after, attraction and not the heart and the things that she can do, missing out on the blessings that he has with Leah. So don't overlook the blessings that God gives you. Don't work harder than you should when God is just giving you what you need. Y'all take this back to God. I pray that y'all have a good day.